Okay guys, this is a tutorial video here over the substitution method. Hopefully this works. This is the first video I'm making, so just bear with me if it doesn't go well. So substitution method, you can see the steps there. If you don't have the steps written down, I would definitely write those down. I'll kind of talk through those steps as we go through the problem. So if you don't have them written down, pause the video and get them written down, and then you can pick it back up. Okay, so substitution method. Step number one says solve one equation for one of its variables. That could be either x, that could be y as well. It doesn't matter. What I would do, since this equation is already solved for y, we don't actually need to do step one. We can jump right to step two because the second equation in our system here is already solved for y. So we can jump straight down to step two. Step two does say substitute into the other equation and solve for the remaining variable. So we know what y is equal to. It's equal to 10x minus 8. This whole thing, 10x minus 8, is going to be substituted here for y because it says that 10x minus 8 is equal to y. Okay, so step number two, substitute into the other equation and solve for the remaining variables. So we take this 10x minus 8, substitute it in for y in the first equation, and it looks something like this. Negative 5x plus 3. Now there's a y. Y is now equal to, sorry, that's a parenthesis, 10x minus 8 equals 51. Everything else stays exactly the same. Okay, now we just go ahead and substitute. That's not 31, that's 3 with a bad looking parenthesis. Okay, so we distribute the 3, so we get negative 5x plus 3 times 10x is 30x. 3 times negative 8 is negative 24, and it's equal to 51. Okay, we can substitute, or sorry, not substitute, combine our like terms here. The negative 5x plus 30x gives me 25x. I don't need to do any inverse operations because they're on the same side of the equation. And then we have minus 24 equals 51. It's now a two-step equation. Okay, we're still in step two. Two-step equation, so we need to add 24 to both sides. Plus 24, 24, 25x equals 51 plus 24 is 75. Okay, now it's a single-step equation, just need to divide both sides by 25. 75 divided by 25. Think about money. If I have 75 cents, how many quarters is that? That would be 3. Okay, so there's step two. Substitute in the other equation and solve for the remaining variable. Step number 3, substitute the value from step 2 into any of the original equations and solve for the second variable. Okay, let me see if I can, whoops, I'm drawing some extra lines here. Like I said, practicing. Let me slide the problem back up. Now, step 3, we're going to take our answer from step 2, x equals 3. We can substitute it into either x in either equation. I'm going to substitute it right there because that's going to make it really easy. Okay, y equals 10 times my x value. I know x is 3 minus 8. Now it's just multiplying and subtracting. 10 times 3 is 30. And then 30 minus 8 gives me 22. So then my final answer is going to be my x value of 3, my y value of 22. Okay, so let's try another one here. Let me get it written here, number 2. This will be 11x minus 7y equals negative 14. That's an equal sign. And x minus 2y equals negative 4. Now, we actually have to do step 1 this time. Remember, solve one equation for one of its variables because we don't have that y equals or x equals at the beginning. So we need to make a choice. Which variable looks like it would be an easy one to solve for? To me, I see this one right away. The second x is already by itself. It's just going to be a one-step equation or one step to move this 2y to the other side. I'm subtracting 2y originally, so I need to add it to both sides. So that will leave me with x equals positive 2y minus 4. If you wanted to write it as negative 4 plus 2y, absolutely fine. That's perfect. Okay, so step 2, we know what x is equal to. Put it in the other equation right there. Okay, so we're going to have 11x. Whoops, I just screwed up. Let me erase that. See, even teachers make mistakes. 11, we know what x is. X is 2y minus 4. Then we have minus 7y equals negative 14. Okay, distribute. 11 times 2y is 22y. 11 times negative 4 is negative 44. Then we have minus 7y equals negative 14. Okay, combine your like terms. 22y minus 7y. We don't need to do any adding of 7y. They're on the same side. Just combine your like terms. If I have $22 and then I go spend 7 of them, that means I have $15 remaining. So 15y minus 44 is equal to negative 14. Two-step equation from here. Add 44. Add 44. 15y is equal to negative 44 plus 4, or sorry, negative 14 plus 44. That would leave me with 30. Divide both sides by 15. Means y is equal to 2. Okay, so now we got step 2 done. Step 3, go back. Step 3 was done in yellow, so I'll just keep that theme. So we'll take the y value. You can put it there, or you can put it there. It doesn't matter. You could also put it there. I'm going to actually put it in the red writing. I'm going to put it right here. Okay, so define x. X equals 2 times my y value. I know y is 2. Minus 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Minus 4 leaves me with x equals 0. So my final answer then, ordered pairs, x value of 0, y value of 2. Alright, let's try one more. This one you can try on your own. I'm going to have to change the screen here. So, problem number 3. I want you to try this one on your own. How are you going to do that? Well, as soon as I write the problem down, pause it, try it, and if you get stuck, you can start playing the video and I'll explain it. Okay, so number 3, 4x plus 2y equals 6, and 3x plus y equals 9. Now at this point, pause the video, try it on your own. If you get stuck, play the video, and I will keep talking it through. Alright, so hopefully you got this one right. Let's see if our work matches up here. Step number 1, solve one equation for one variable. I see that this y is already by itself. It's going to be the easiest one to solve for when we're getting one variable by itself. The 3x, this one, needs to go to the other side. I'm going to do that by subtracting because it's positive. So it's going to be y equals negative 3x and then positive 9. If 9 was negative, then it would be minus 9. Okay, so step 2 then, take what y is equal to, this negative 3x plus 9, and put it in the other equation for the variable you solve for. Since we solved for y in the red one, we're going to put it in for y in the first equation. Okay, so step 2, 4x plus 2 times my y value. Y is negative 3x plus 9 equals 6. Everything else in the first equation stays the same. Distribute. 4x, negative 2 times negative 3x is negative 6x. 2 times 9 is 18. And that's equal to 6. Combine your like terms right here. 4x minus 6x is negative 2x plus 18 equals 6. Two-step equation from here. Subtract the 18. 6 minus 18 is negative 12. Divide both sides by negative 2, and your x value is 6. Okay. Once you've got your x value, you can put it into any of those 3 x's, either here, here, or here. I'm going to go with this one on the far right because it's going to be really easy. Y equals negative 3 times my x value. I know x is 6 plus 9. Negative 3 times 6 is negative 18 plus 9. Negative 18 plus 9 gives me negative 9. So my final answer, 6, negative 9. Hopefully that helped. If not, hopefully you can find somebody else, either Miss Becker or a neighbor, that can help you out.